Cause I feel like if we're gonna do stuff with Bill Cypher, I feel like we should just do it all at once. You know what I mean? Type shit. So you need the answer to question 5. I know how to backflip. Fuck nigga. This nigga, bruh. This nigga. I think we will save the Bill Cypher shit for like a Bill Cypher specific stream where I'm like interested in that. Before I do my video on Gravity Falls, we'll probably do that. I think that'd be the best. Which will be coming out in 3 years. So in 3 years' time, we'll do that. You can front flip though. I feel like most. You know what's crazy? I was taught that front flipping was harder than back flipping, but I'm not gonna lie. Front flipping is way easier than back flipping. I don't know why people think that it's the opposite. Because when you front flip, it's literally like front flipping is easy because you're more naturally front flipping than you are back flipping. It's more scary to back flip because if you don't know where to land, like your head's moving back and you're seeing the world opposite than forward. So it's like, you know. But for some reason, that's when I started try to learn how to flip. That's what a nigga told me. Like front flipping is actually more scarier, which I'm like, no. I feel more comfortable. It feels more natural to front flip forward than it is backwards because it's like you can't really see where you're going, and it's more scarier when you land type shit. So it's like, what? Like why are we doing that? You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm gonna learn how to backflip too. Well, actually, I kind of already I know how to backflip with my hands, but not without my hands. Like without my hands, yeah, I'm pussy on that one. I'm not gonna lie. Because the last time I tried to do that shit, I literally bent my fucking legs. I literally bent my leg, and it was on a trampoline, by the way. But I bent my legs and sprained my ankle. And yeah, never doing that again. Never doing that again. I really hit the Jaden Smith pose when that nigga got beat up by that nigga. That shit really hurt. Last time I tried a backflip, I got turned into a meme. Yeah, bro. I'm good on that one. It's easy. It's always easiest to learn a backflip on a trampoline, but at the same time, if you don't got good ankles, then your shit cooked, bro.
That presents an army of parallel pines plotting their revenge on the Dipper and Mabel we've come to know and love. Bill Cypher reveals that there's only one timeline where Dipper and Mabel survived the events of the summer. In all the other timelines, they either ended up 6 feet under or became the worst versions of themselves.
Oh my god!
In that original video, I mainly focused on the idea of all these variants coming together and fighting to the death to decide who gets to take Prime Dipper and Mabel's place in the multiverse. But now that a high-quality version of the spread is out there, and the fan base has had time to speculate, I want to dive deep into—
Wait, so is there another video I have to watch before this? Because he said he did one before. I think we should be alright.
We'd already watched the show. Of these variants, running through every timeline where Dipper and Mabel died.
I figured due to all the shit they did.
Lost to the villain of the week. How did Bill end up striking a deal with
Mabel? Every time
Why
there's
did
only
Dipper join the Society of the Blind?
But my thing is, out of all the timelines, the one main timeline is this one. This is the only one that they were able to beat him. That's insane. So no other timeline they were able to beat this man Bill. Just this one that so happened to be the one that is Aaron is the one that they beat him in.
What about the universes that aren't depicted here? I'm going to give you all the answers you've been looking for, so let's get started. After I quickly plug our new compilation channel, Roundtable Rewind.
I love the Roundtable though. Shout out to the Roundtable, bro.
Old and new, re-edited into theme compilations.
Oh wait, also I wanted to say this. I know unrelated Gravity Falls, but related to One Piece. And I'm not gonna troll. I'm not trolling when I say this. All right, because before I say this, I know it's gonna sound like a troll, but I think I dead ass know what the One Piece is. Look here, I say this again. This is not a troll. I dead ass think I know what the One Piece is going to be. I think I thought long and hard about it. I actually think I know what it is. Like no troll shit, and I might do a video on it. Thanos won a million different universes, but the only one showed the one where he loses. Oh, for the MCU? I'm trying to remember if that was accurate. Yeah, I think so, right? There was only really one outcome, the one in the MC. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's the friends we had sex with along the way. All I'm gonna say is, I know that's a meme, but if you really think about it, not the sex part, obviously, but I know it's a meme, but if you really think about it, it might actually have some part of the One Piece. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna spoil because it requires spoilers. Because I am caught up on the manga, but I will say, I've seen certain things. It's just me. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna make this into a video or not. That's why I'm saying that. I might. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna make this a video or not. I might make this a video. I might not. Who knows? Depends. Depending on if I say some tomfoolery or not. But all I'm gonna say, this video ain't getting aired. Hey, you know what I'm saying? This is going on the backup channel, so this going on the backup channel. This ain't going on the main channel. But I'm just saying. All I'm gonna say is, if you're caught up on One Piece, there's a certain mural that basically gave us the answer to what Oda's gonna think about the One Piece. And all I'm gonna say is, the friends you made along the way might unironically be more prevalent in the One Piece than you think. Just saying. That's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna say nothing else. That's all I'm saying, bruh. That's all I'm saying. Oda made it saw and be like, oh, y'all think that's a joke. It's actually the real thing. I miss One Piece, man. Fuck. The new chapter was so good too, bro. I can't wait till we get to Elbaf, bruh.
Gravity Falls has been performing
There's
very
2 more months,
well,
man.
so thank you all for that. And we got more on the horizon, such as Steven Universe and Adventure Time comps, so be sure to subscribe. And if you want to help us
Never
commission
trust
more
a
dope
girl
art,
with a
like this
boy.
awesome thumbnail by the talented Jakey Bones, or this new overlay
Best
by the
friend.
amazing Hats Off Media, then consider supporting us over on
What the fuck that mean?
patreon.com/roundtablevids. You get sneak peeks, and your name featured at the end of videos.
What does that mean,
Thank
brother?
you so much for your
The
continued
real
support.
One Piece.
Now let's dive in. Let's take it from the top and start with Gnome Queen Mabel. A timeline
Debbie
where
Mabel.
Dipper and Mabel didn't even make it past their first big adventure.
I'm really a
without
Gravity
things going
Falls fiend.
south. I
That
imagine
cartoon
that
was
the
so
major
good.
change in this universe was Mabel complying with the gnomes and becoming
Golly,
their
that cartoon
queen.
was so
We can
amazing,
even
bro.
kind of see one of them lifting her up here. While this already isn't an ideal situation
Peep
for Mabel,
show.
I think things took a darker turn from here. Dipper obviously wouldn't be cool with Mabel getting abducted and forced into becoming royalty. He tried to save her and failed spectacularly. Keep in mind, Mabel giving in probably means she never discovered that they're vulnerable to leaf blowers, and the twins would be unaware that the gnomes could be tamed by a dog whistle. So Dipper has no surefire way of defeating them. Even if he pulled up with the whole Mystery Shack crew,
Damn.
they'd be vastly outnumbered. They'd get crushed, literally. Dipper would have been killed by the gnomes.
But to be fair, though, you don't think that Grunkle Stan might have gave up his identity earlier? Because... Or maybe I'm wrong about that. I could be wrong about that.
And any surviving members of his rescue party would become their human slaves, separated from the town as they're hidden deep in the woods. Bitter, heartbroken, and desperate to escape gnome kind, Gnome Queen Mabel has a far-fetched wish to seek out another
be fair,
universe
Mabel
where
is the
she
reason
and her
why the
brother
end of the
could have
world
defeated
happened,
the
though.
gnomes and enjoy a peaceful summer. Little does
No
she
shade,
know that
sis,
summer would have
but-
been anything but peaceful. Now keep in mind, Dipper dying at any point before the end of
She is
Gideon
literally the
Rises
reason why
means
it
that
happened.
Stan never comes into possession
shade.
of Journal 3, and thus he's never able to make the portal operational, stranding forward in the Nightmare Realm forever. Or it might leave Stan vulnerable to Bill's manipulation, as he's more desperate than
She caused the
before
weird
to fix the
Armageddon.
portal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I don't think even
Wait.
the most dire circumstances would stop Stan.
But my thing is this, though. When does the event trigger for Bill to even start the weird Armageddon? Is it always Maple? It would have to be, right? Since he's the one. Is that the canon? So is that the canon event? Like, Mabel always starts the weird Armageddon? Wait a second. on some Spider-Man shit. Because if they only had one outcome, Mabel broke the rift thing. Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's true. That's what I'm saying. But like, is she the reason why every Weird Mageddon in every multiverse it starts with her? She's the canon event to why everything starts. So my thing is, if Mabel's not there, there will be no Weird Mageddon. Unless if there's some alternative universes that we don't know that it starts other ways. I don't know. I'm just thinking though. Probably. I would assume it would have to be though. I'm assuming so because literally that man literally said if it wasn't for her, none of this would have happened or even started. So it's like she was always the number one pawn. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let's not watch this one. My bad. This is weird. I never did a video, changed the video. But high key, I do want to watch the pawn one. I think the pawn one would make more sense. Hold on.
Celebrating 50 years.
I know this is weird as hell. I never. We'll come back to that video. But I do want to see the pawn one. I think the pawn one would make more sense.
Bill Cypher loves his.
Because I actually do want to know every pawn Bill had. So we should jump Mabel. Well, I'm not suggesting that. But I'm not opposed to that either. I'm just saying. I'm not suggesting it, but I'm not opposing it either.
Deals. After the collapse of his home dimension, Euclidia, this technique has been
Euclidia? That nigga from a clit? My bad.
His best bet when it comes to interacting with our world without a physical form of his own. And Bill has made a lot of deals over the years. And by years, I mean centuries. Far more than we actually got to see in Gravity Falls. So today, I want to run through all the known deals Bill has made, or attempted to make, while also elaborating on some of the more vague deals in the series.
You gonna make a deal with Bill Cypher?
Pulling from not only the show, but Journal 3, The Book of Bill, and This Is Not a Website.com. From the Bill of...
Wait, where can I get the Book of Bill at? I kind of deadass might want that. Or is it not selling anymore type shit?
But Journal 3, The Book of Bill, and This Is Not a Website.com. From the
that
Bill
shit
of
hard.
Which is in Salem to Pacifica Northwest.
It might still be
every Bill Cypher
I'm gonna have to
deal
check that out. That shit look hard.
Also check out Roundtable Rewind, a channel featuring Roundtable videos old and new, re-edited into theme compilations.
Wait, actually, no, never mind. I don't want that shit because just in case if that nigga exists in reality in real life, I don't need that nigga coming into my shit trying to make a deal with me. If he made the right deal, best believe. It might be the end for the whole world. I'm just saying.
That are perfect for studying, sleeping, drawing, whatever floats your boat.
I'm just saying.
So be sure to peep. Plug over. Now let's get into it. The first known deal Bill Cypher made was with MODOK the Wise, a shaman who lived in Gravity Falls when Bill Cypher first arrived on Earth many years ago. Bill wasted no time getting MODOK wrapped around his finger, striking his first ever deal with the human. Build a portal in exchange for the secrets of the universe. Answers that would be provided through this portal's existence. Of course, Bill really wanted this portal so he could unleash Weird Mageddon. MODOK's portal resulted in the creation of the bottomless pit, the appearance of lake monsters like the Gobblewonker, and apparently he caused a man's face to be turned into stone. Eventually, MODOK had a premonition of Weird Mageddon, and Bill believes Jezelbaram the Oracle snitched on him, leading to MODOK immortalizing the prophecy in a cave, alongside the key to defeat Bill, before destroying the portal and setting himself ablaze. Bill can't possess him or force him to do anything if he isn't alive. So this deal broke thanks to death. That's a morbid start. Although Bill took a crack at getting the Egyptians to work with him, his next deal will be with the Dark Warlock, the Unpronounceable.
The fuck? The fuck? The what?
With him, his next deal will be with the Dark Warlock, the Unpronounceable.
The what?
Magicians to work with him. His next deal will be with the Dark Warlock,
The what? I'm sorry, one more time. What?
Getting the Egyptians to work with him. His next deal will be with the Dark Warlock, the Unpronounceable, a wizard who used his power for mischief and was going through a divorce. So Bill convinced the Warlock that if he could design a portal, they would rule over the Dark Ages together. Bill just needed to lure the guards away from the king's castle so that they can recover a cursed amulet to power the portal. This led to Bill striking another deal, this time with a knight, offering to make him king in exchange for a copy of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, which Bill claimed he lost in the forest. And of course, the knight fell for it. But alas, Bill was tricked. Turns out Stan wasn't the first time he was duped by a fellow con man. The Warlock encircled his portal with unicorn hair, which he used to trap Bill in an orb, meaning unicorn hair can be used to not only keep Bill out of places, but also keep him in places.
So this nigga can easily just get finessed. Oh yeah, I'm scamming Bill. I'm scamming Bill. You can buy the Book of Bill on Amazon. Hold on. I'll look at it later though. So this nigga can be scammed multiple ways. Or at least with the hair shit. But my thing is, how the fuck does nigga know every outcome, but yet you can still finesse the nigga with the damn hair? You not a really good scammer, aren't you, Bill?
It's like a prison. The Warlock really just wanted to impress his ex, and he
Bill ain't
pulled
never
it
been a real
off
scammer
after
like
breaking
me.
free from the orb. Infuriated by his time spent as someone else's
I'm scamming the
puppet,
fuck
Bill
out of Bill.
possessed the Warlock's pet phoenix, burned down the kingdom, and cursed the Dark Ages for 100 years. Suffice to say, this deal was caught off on Bill's end thanks to betrayal. After getting a bad rep in the Dark Ages, Bill almost strikes a deal with the Emperor of Atlantis, but that goes up in
Aquaman?
smoke after the Emperor sparks an underwater war with the Lobster Lord. So he
The
flees to
Lobster
what's heavily
Lord?
implied to be Salem in 1692, striking a deal with various housewives and turning them all into witches.
Oh my
with
God.
the deal being the same across the board. They can break free from their abusive husbands and indulge in their deepest desires so long as they renounce all gods. So they took the
So Bill is for the patriarchy? I mean the matriarchy? So Bill's for women's rights? I mean that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing, right?
deal and started wreaking havoc, tying up and burning the city fathers for a change. But from what we can assess
Bill
from
is
the
for
book
the
of
city
Bill,
hoes.
this didn't end well for him, as he presumably failed to coerce them into building a portal. So I guess he just gave up and let the situation sort itself
So he's
out.
for women's rights.
Witch! Press her between stones!
Bill almost struck a deal with the Founding Fathers, one that would
Oh,
have given
hell
him
no.
control of the freaking government in exchange for defeating the British. Using government resources to build a portal
British
funded
can
by our tax dollars? Actually, that tracks. Anyways, they found Bill's ideas to be a little
Bill
too
out here
extreme
finessing everybody.
and backed out of the deal. Bill made a deal with a man named Thurbert Mudgett Wagstaff III, a copywriter who was struggling to come up with a slogan for a client.
A
So
what?
Bill swooped in, masquerading as the spirit of inspiration, claiming that he could provide Thurbert
Sounds
with a
about
perfect
right.
slogan
Sounds
in
about
exchange
white.
for a handshake. Bill's slogan paid off big time, making Thurbert rich off slogan money, as he now has leverage for Thurbert to return the favor,
Thurbert?
demanding a portal to be made as a sign of gratitude. This led to a domino effect as Thurbert published a cry for help, desperately seeking a way to kill Cypher. This call to action led to an exorcism where Bill turned
Wait,
the tables
AL?
on his
My
foes by
bad.
possessing a priest named Opim, demanding a portal once more, and that led to the formation of the Anti-Cypher Society, a
Oh.
movement dedicated to the demise of Bill Cypher. Yeah, can't say that worked out. Thurber ended up in an asylum, and the deal is technically left unfulfilled.
Damn.
But bro is dead now, so I don't think he's ever fulfilling his end of the bargain.
Yeah.
After some more schemes that either fell apart before a deal could
What
be
the
made,
fuck?
or are too vague to discern if a deal really happened, Bill finally had his big break when Stanford Pines undid the shaman spell and summoned him back to Gravity Falls.
Grunkle Stan?
Wasting no time to butter up Ford and prey on his ego, Bill's quickly able to strike a deal, one that sets many events into motion. Should Ford Pines let Bill into his mind and work together, they could build a portal that would grant Ford everything he wants: infinite knowledge and notoriety. This deal allowed Bill to go in and out of Stanford's body whenever he pleased.
Yep.
Ford resigned his own autonomy in an ironic attempt to make a name for himself. The deal collapsed after a portal test went off the rails and traumatized Ford's assistant, Fiddleford Hadron McGucket, who we have a whole deep dive on that you should check out.
Wait, they have a whole deep dive on me. Fuck it. Damn. It's really so really. really, I don't know, man. Bill gonna finesse it either way.
Force assistant Fiddleford Hadron McGucket, who we have a whole deep dive on that you should check out. Fiddleford's departure, alongside a nightmarish vision of Bill's previous pawns, led to Stanford comforting Bill on his true intentions. Learning that Bill intends on having the Nightmare Realm invade Earth, Ford calls off their alliance. And as the deal died, a lifelong rivalry was born, especially once Ford was thrown into the multiverse and could hunt down Cypher himself. After a few more misadventures across America, Bill will return to Gravity Falls after being summoned by the corrupt child star, Gideon Gleeful, who was now in possession of Girl Number 2. Desperate to knock the Pines family down a peg, Gideon struck a deal where Bill would invade Stan's mind and steal the code to the Mystery Shack's vault. In exchange, Gideon will help Bill with something he's been working on. This is super vague, and they never really elaborate. But given everything we know now, I'm confident that Bill wanted Gideon to gain control of the shack so that he could steer him into the basement and reactivate the portal. Gideon.
Wait, so okay, that would make sense, but why the fuck? Wouldn't it just be easier to get like Seuss or somebody that or I always forget the girl's name. What's the girl name again? It's not Ashley. What the fuck is her name? The redhead one. Why? Wouldn't it just be easier to get one of them niggas to possess to get in there? Gideon never makes sense. Gideon never made sense to me because it's like, forgot her name. Yeah, I forgot her name. But Gideon never made sense because like, obviously Grunkle Stan hated this man, and you having to going the harder route just to get to the shack, to get to the portal, when you can possess anybody's mind to make a deal. I guess because he has to make the deal. And maybe they won't be as inclined. Well, I don't know. Seuss might have been inclined to do it though, because that man's dumb as hell. So he'll do anything type shit. So I feel like Seuss would have been way easier than fucking Gideon. But hey, I don't know.
Gideon already had the money and thus the resources to get the portal up and running. He would have just needed access. And although Bill never revealed the portal to him, I'm sure Gideon would have went for it, as Bill probably would have offered him a position of power. Let the kid become one of his henchmaniacs. Gideon is someone who gets screwed over the least by Bill's deals. They pretty much never backfire on him until he actually took a stand against Cypher. And I think that's because Bill genuinely likes Gideon, thanks to his psychopathic tendencies. Gideon at this point was a chaotic control freak, Gideon was a crash out. Bill, and that actually saved his life in the long run. Since Bill fumbled getting the code though, Gideon called this first deal off.
I want to say something real quick because I didn't want to say it while we were watching the show, but I deadass did feel like Gideon, until we actually watched the show, or until I watched the show, I thought Gideon was gonna be just the main. I thought Gideon was gonna be Bill for the longest time, and then it turns out it's like, you know, obviously they're their own separate entity. But I thought Gideon was gonna be like literally the like Bill type shit. I'm glad I was wrong though.
Though they team up once again in the near future. Snooping around the Pines as Dipper becomes obsessed with unlocking a mysterious laptop, Bill swoops in to make a deal, manipulating a sleep-deprived Dipper to believe the laptop was going to erase all its information in a matter of seconds. Dipper caved, striking a deal with Bill. In exchange for having the laptop unlocked, Dipper would give the Dream Demon a puppet. As we all know, this was a trap, as the puppet wasn't one of Mabel's sock props, but Dipper himself, bringing to life one of the most iconic adversaries in the series, Bipper. But before Bill could do too much damage, the deal is unceremonious.
Is that what we're calling it, Bipper? Damn, that boy got the most pointy shoes in the world. Goddamn. I'm so mad that Dipper fell for that though. Even if he was sleep deprived, I'm mad that he fell for that.
Honestly called off, as Bill is ejected from Dipper's body. It's unknown if Bill could have re-entered Dipper's body at any point, since the deal's termination is never vocalized, but if that's the case, I think Mabel exposing Dipper's weaknesses probably made it undesirable for Bill to go back to. Thank God he didn't stick around, or else he would have thrown Dipper's body off a water tower.
What?
This is not a website.
Once I destroy that journal, I'll enjoy giving this body its grand finale by throwing it off the water tower. Best of all, people will just think Pine Tree lost his mind and his mental form will wander. What the fuck kind of tomfoolery this man Bill on? He's a child.
Or else he would have thrown Dipper's body off a water tower. This is not a website.com reveals that Bill actually approached the one and only Pacifica Northwest to make a deal after the events of Northwest Mansion Mystery. Her parents are furious with her, but she feels like she's improving as a person. But how can that be when she's already the best? She's questioning everything she ever knew, her whole identity. So when she drifted off into dreamland, Bill tossed her into a nightmare where he would confront her in the graveyard behind her family's mansion, speaking to her through a statue of Nathaniel Northwest. He offers her a chance for everything to go back to normal.
Wait, you have a lot of anger, don't you? Anyone who's not angry is an idiot. That's so much to be mad. Wait, there's so much to be mad at. Damn, or about. Yes, anger is good. Anger is useful. Who are you angry at, Pacifica? Everything was better before the Pines came to town. Oh my God, we're really co-signing this right now. You know, oh wait, this is Bill saying this. I don't know how to. I don't know how to do the Bill voice. You know, I might be able to help you with that. There's something I want. The Mystery Shack is going to be getting some new merchandise very soon. A small snow globe. Nothing anyone would miss. If you okay, I remember this now. If you could shoplift it for me, I could guarantee things would change and you never deal with that Pines again. So this was before Mabel. So he made a deal before Mabel. Did I miss this in the show? This was before Mabel? And it would be so easy. All you have to do is get your old, and you'll get your old life back is shake my hand. Type shit. Yeah. Read Pines as a slur. It do sound like a slur. But okay, so this was before Maple snow tree or snow globe incident.
Guaranteeing that she'd never have to deal with the Pines again. All she needs to do is keep an eye out for some new merchandise at the Mystery Shack.
I must have missed this when we watched this.
A snow globe that should be in stock real soon. If she can snatch that for her great-great-grandpappy, then she'd never have to worry about trivial things like empathy and doing the right thing ever again. Pacifica almost takes the bait, but she takes a moment to reflect instead, saying, "My old life wasn't really mine, was it? All I ever did was follow my mom and dad. Maybe it would be better to make a new one." This only enraged Cypher, who proceeded to berate Pacifica, calling her a impending paternity test, which is something we could
My nigga said, make the deal, you little fake blonde impending paternity test. This nigga said, you waste of semen. You waste of life. Damn, Bill. Fuck. Yo, that nigga Bill. Hey, yo. Yo, that nigga, when he be pissed off, he got a little rascally ass mouth. God damn. Nigga said, you waste of space. He a real nigga from the South? I don't know if that's from the South. That's damn. God damn.
Definitely unpack another time. Long and the short of it, though, Bill Rage quit the dream, and Pacifica took down the family tapestry of Bill the following day, feeling oddly reassured that she's making the right decision, and she's relieved that she's building a solid relationship with the Pines.
I know he played a little bit too many Marvel rival games.
There's a timeline out there where Pacifica is roaming around these streets. After Gideon's scheme to get his dad elected as mayor fails, keeping him in prison for the foreseeable future, he ends up snapping and evokes Bill's presence once more, striking a new deal, one that guarantees Gideon's freedom, but in exchange, he has to serve Bill in the apocalypse.
Would you be fine if Pacifica had Bill and his
This actually shakes out perfectly for the two of them, although Gideon's liberation was just a result of Armageddon itself, rather than Bill freeing him directly. So really, Gideon didn't need to make that deal
sounds
at
insane.
all. But I think he would have ended up patrolling for Bill regardless, for no other reason than it
You know
being
what
a
I
power
mean.
trip. After Dipper
If she
pleads
made
to
the deal,
Gideon
you
and
still
manages to have a breakthrough,
thinking that same
Gideon
thing?
calls off the deal and tries to turn the tables on Cypher. It doesn't work out. Bill puts him
I
in
don't
a
want Bill
cage
inside
and
her
makes him
mind.
dance nonstop while rocking some rather silly drip. It's humiliating, but it's not
Maybe
death,
choice.
body horror, or petrification. So again, I think Bill is genuinely fond of Gideon. This is a light punishment in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, that's
After
true.
making his second deal with Gideon, but before the offensive Weirdmageddon, Bill makes a trip to the future and lures Blendon Blandon into striking a deal.
Blendon
Fed up
Blandon?
with getting bullied by Time Baby and his peers, Blendon buys into Bill's promise to get Time Baby off his back. All Blendon has to do is shake his hand.
What?
That's not sketchy at all. This backfires on Blendon as Bill hijacks his body, goes back in time, and unleashes Weirdmageddon after deceiving Mabel.
So technically, this is Blandon's fault. This ain't Mabel's fault. My bad, Mabel. Cause I'll be forgetting. This is Blandon's fault. Cause if Blandon never shook that man's hand to be able to do that in the first place, after that other episode, then Mabel would never have it be inclined to even get that shit in the first place. So it's actually Blandon's fault. Mabel took the bag, but to be fair though, right. Hold on. If Blandon never made that deal, I understand she took the bag, but hear me out though. If there was never a bag to get, she would have never had to take it in the first place. So Blandon never made that deal with Bill. She would have never have even made that. Cause remember, she was upset, which to be fair, right? At the time, it's understandable. She was upset. Okay. Very vulnerable. She's a little girl. Emotions are high. If Blandon never made that deal for Bill to take over his body, she would have never even, this conversation would never have even happened. They did cause the problem, but they were going back and forth. That is true. But I feel like that wouldn't affect the Weirdmageddon though, is what I'm saying. I don't think it would affect the Weirdmageddon because Blandon is the one that Bill was in Blandon's body. So if that never happened, the only other way he would be able to start the Weirdmageddon is if he was in Mabel's body first, which I thought that was originally what that was going to be. I thought, because remember when he said, I have one final, what did he say? I have one final person I could take control over or whatever. I don't know if I said this or not. You probably could correct me. But I assumed or alluded to it was supposed to be Mabel. Did not know it was going to be Blandon. So my thing is either he can't take control over Mabel directly or can't finesse Mabel directly, even when she was vulnerable, or, it was all Blandon's fault. So technically it's all Blandon's fault. So Mabel, she's off the hook. That's all I'm going to say. Mabel, you good.
But the deal did come true because he killed Time Baby temporarily. I guess Bill can be a man of his word. Weirdmageddon starts and ends with a trick, as Bill's desperation to undo the law of Weirdness magnetism causes him to hastily make a deal with who he believes is Ford.
She was
when
vulnerable,
it's really
though.
Stan, who swapped clothes with his brother at the last second. Bill attempts to call off the deal once he realizes he's been duped, but Stan knocks his lights out as Ford tragically wipes his brother's mind.
To be fair, if you're at a vulnerable state, right, like Mabel was, it's very easy to finesse a person that's vulnerable. So that's why I'm not too mad at it, even though, yeah, she did cause the Weirdmageddon. And like, bitch, why the fuck she never did that. But, it was her birthday, Ty. She losing her birthday. Well, not her birthday, no. This was when Dipper told him that he was going to stay for the internship. She losing her brother. She don't, they ain't got no, the parents type shit. Her whole world going down. To be fair, to a certain degree, I'm not even really mad that she really made that deal. Because she probably didn't know any better.
clean. It all worked out in the end though. Finally, we have Bill's final deal. One that he made from the weird purgatory-esque rehab facility he's currently
Can't
held
be mad
in.
at her.
And that
That's what I'm
deal
saying.
was
To a
with
certain degree.
you and me and anyone who's read the Book of Bill. A deal with the reader.
Wait,
a
what?
deal is formed at the start of the book as an
Wait, what did he say?
read the Book of Bill. And that deal was one that he made clean. It all worked out in the end though. Finally, we have Bill's final deal. One that he made from the weird purgatory-esque rehab facility he's currently held in. And that deal was with you and me and anyone who's read the Book of Bill.
I didn't read it.
A deal with the reader. A deal is formed at the start of the book as in order to read its contents, you must shake Bill's hand and turn the page, giving the
What?
demonic Dorito access to the reader's brain. Towards the end of the book, Bill reveals that he's been modifying the reader's brain to make them susceptible to his influence, offering one last deal where the reader would travel to Gravity Falls and shake the hand of his petrified body, allowing him to possess the reader and reignite Weirdmageddon. But the reader's bond
No, that's fire as fuck.
onto the Pines family, mixed with Bill's own insecurities, leads to him spiraling and throwing in the towel, finding the whole book to be a pointless endeavor on his end, leaving him alone in the theraprism with nothing and no one but his inner
bitch-ass
thoughts. And a bunch of weird
You think I'ma sell out the Pines for you, Bill? You think after all we saw you do? You think I'ma sell you? You think I'ma sell my Pines to you, nigga? Fuck
weirdos,
you.
but like, friendship is a bit of a sore spot for Bill at the moment.
He'll be back?
And there you have it.
Watch
Every
it.
Bill Cypher deal that we know of.
Watch
Do you wish
it.
we could have saw some of these off-screen ones in the show? Let
Yes.
us know in the comments down below. Shout out to Jakey Bones for another amazing thumbnail. And if you enjoyed this video, please
We
throw a
need
like
a-
and subscribe to the
we
Roundtable for more great cartoon
need a
content.
season
Thanks for
3 or a
watching, and I hope
movie.
you have an awesome day. Peace.
We need like a season 3, but not them aged up. Not them aged up. Like we need like an aftermath of season 3 or season 2. Like an aftermath. It don't even have to be that long. It don't have to be 22 episodes. It could be like it could be a movie. Like a movie showing the after effects, or a prequel movie like Jujutsu Kaisen did with Jujutsu Kaisen 0. That'd be kind of fire for Gravity Falls. Like a prequel before they go to Gravity Falls. Because I would actually love to see that. That'd be kind of fire. Like get a nice little prequel movie. Like of maybe like them before they arrived to Gravity Falls. That'd be a fire movie, bro. That'd be a fire movie. I ain't even gonna lie. That'd be a crazy movie. Because we already know Bill's gonna be there anyway. So, you know, tight shit. Anyway, W video. You know what I'm saying? And this is pretty much it at this point. That's it, bruh. That's it. That is it. Oh, the flag football game is about to start. Ah, shit. I think I might watch that. I don't know. I might watch that. Not on stream though, but I might watch it though. Hold on, let me check and see if you said it's the Book of Bills on Amazon? How much is it, bruh? Is it like a comic book or like an actual book? Oh, it's at Barnes & Noble? That shit $21? Damn, that bitch. Bill better actually come out of here and fucking shake my fucking hand, nigga. Oh, $16. Why is the spine back more expensive? Nah, this shit look kind of hard though. I'm not gonna lie. It's a book. I'm not a good reader, man. Can I read this online type shit? For real? I'm not gonna lie though. The book look kind of hard though. Oh, you really? Oh. So you really do have to shake his hand. And if you say no, okay. Oh, so it's like one of those adventure books. Oh, wait, that's kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie, I might actually get this. I'm not gonna lie. I might actually get this. This shit kind of hard. Am I really a Gravity Falls fiend right now? I'm a real Gravity Falls fiend, bruh. See what you did to me, Splashington? God damn it. You should have never put me onto this show. It should have never put me onto this show. Now I'm fiending for Gravity Falls. If Bill told me I can get a thick, light-skinned Joan with curly hair and glasses, I'm taking that deal. Even knowing the fact that that will never happen, because you know he's not gonna do that for you. Shout out me for putting Nick on. Hey man, shout out to you, Splasherton. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, the next cartoon we'll be watching most likely will be...
With all the Gravity Falls books that we have, many fans have often asked why there's never been a release of Journal 1 and 2, and why there's never going to be one. At first it seems weird given why not after the success of Journal 3, but once you look into why, it makes sense.
Wait, you can buy the Journal 3 book?
Due to it being the main book of the show. There's enough material known and seen that a majority could just be based off of that, with new lore built on that adds to it and expands on the established points. Plus, it benefits from being incomplete, so Dipper's entries could fill in those missing pages. Journal 1 and 2, on the other hand, were canonically finished being written by Ford, and we don't know nearly as much about what's in them as compared to Journal 3.
That's
so it
true.
would require inventing a ton of new lore for the show that would be a lot of work to fill in even one book, let alone two. And these two would be bigger books as well compared to Journal 3. And given we don't know nearly as much about what was in them or what Stan and Gideon did in their time that they had them, it would be a lot of work that Alex and the crew probably are not in the mood to do. And Alex has also said that Ford's entries in those journals would be a lot more boring. And while yes, fans would likely eat that up regardless, there's just
nobody cares if it's be boring. Like, bro, I still would want that shit.
better Gravity Falls book ideas that could be done than just two more journals.
That's not that bad though. I might have to get that one too. Well, that's it though. No more. We'll be back to the Gravity Falls. We'll be back for the Gravity Falls lore later. I'm actually gonna be, I ain't gonna lie, I think we are what? 4 for 4 now? On cartoons? I think we're 4 for 4. I don't think there was a miss yet, honestly.